Hey peoples, this is Camille Punk, and welcome back to another episode of Cardinal Cross. I usually don't take long breaks, but I've been sick for the last couple of weeks after I uploaded the last video, and it really annoys the living crap that I didn't get to keep going. But I'm here to continue, and we're just gonna... I have no idea where that first chapter ends. It's... Okay, I'm still in chapter 1. So... maybe as I continue we'll get into it. I have no earthly idea. Okay, see here. No, I still need solid proof, Kit. And I'm not doing voices. I can't do voices. Might I suggest hitchhiking, Professor? Take a ship to this Nyx you are talking about and find your proof yourself. First of all, Nyxes are dangerous. Scavengers have special equipment that finds this kinds of stuff. Second of all, they are dirty, and these shoes are Batista Rigoni. They're worth more than I am. So he's got expensive taste on a crappy planet. That's nice. Mind you, they are my only pair of shoes right now. Professor, doesn't that lack of adventure in your life bother you? Kit. I live in a junkyard on a shitty raider planet. I'm a wanted man back home. There are cockroaches the size of my palm in the bathroom, probably living better than I do. I've been feeding off garbage-flavored noodle cups, and I can't even find a decent hairdresser in this shithole of a planet. I'm a man with standards. Standards! Don't talk to me about adventure. I think I'm having plenty. But isn't this fun? Running away, hiding? Like we're secret agents on a mission. Having a brand new jacuzzi in your bathroom is fun. This, certainly not. He's got a taste for the high life. Oh! Someone's at the door, Professor. I have ears, Kit. Initiate security protocol. Yes, Professor. I'm ready, Professor. Please stand back. Yeah, why are you holding a pan? I've initiated security protocols, Professor. I will protect you with my life. With a pan? What are you gonna do? Feed him to death? You know what? Never mind. Just take the pan back into the kitchen. I'm more scared of the food in here than the possible bandits at my door. Yeah, Professor's got a taste for the high life. He likes that expensive stuff. Are you sure we're at the right place? Yes, this should be it. So this Carroll guy, what does he do, really? He is a Morayan historian and a geologist, a professor at Grand Ryan University. Well, was, until he was declared a traitor to the system. Never met him myself, but my contact back on Nova Station told me to bring the artifact to him. My friends call him a genius. But please, it's just Carroll for you. He doesn't look very historian. I'll take that as a compliment. Hello, guests. Welcome to our humble shelter. Would you care for some refreshments? I bought a package of Proth 6 dark coffee beans from the markets earlier, which I believe is not really Proth 6 dark coffee beans. Nevertheless, it tastes like coffee, so help yourself. No thank you. I'll have some. Really? I woke up early. Don't judge. Right away, miss, and may I say your outfit was a very wise choice indeed. Finally somebody noticed. How sweet. I've noticed. Oh! I don't know how to pronounce that word. Cool oxybot. We don't see that many oxybots on raider planets. Maybe secondhand. Never seen this model, though. It's cute. Wait until it starts lecturing you about your life choices. Then it becomes less cute and more mom. Only because you make some rather questionable choices, Professor. Yeah, that's a mom, that's for sure. Weren't you going to make coffee? Shoo! You must be Egon. You have that face. I don't have that face. You do have that face. And you're Lana Bryce. Okay, fun thing about the that little you do have that face kind of quote. It is actually in the very first Ascension level, or the very first Ascension game that you play. Again, that's on RidmarGames.com. Not sponsored. But it's really good game. It's really fun to play. It's not as well made as this one, but the storyline is just as good as this. Okay, enough bragging. Let's move on. I work in the discovery and transportation of valuable ancient items, though through not always legitimate sources business. So, scavenger? We don't use the S word around the Egon. He is sensitive. I honestly thought you wouldn't like being called a scavenger. Can we forget about it? So you were the one who found the artifact. Where was it? In a toxic lake, on a toxic rock, and near a half-dead fish. I mean the Nyx. Which Nyx planet? What was the environment like? I don't know. Eater 13? Dark, dirty, deadly, does it even matter? We'll see. Oh, we getting into some tech gear. Woo! Look at him use that science. 40% lunium, 10% task salt, 5% ocryl? That's strange. What's ocryl? I have never heard of it. Naturally. It's a Nyx element. Dead is not supposed to be anywhere. This may be one of the few, if not only ocryl-made item left in the galaxy. Let's see. 258 years, 10 months, 2 days of age. Never touch planetine, high pressure metal used in the production of blah blah blah. We don't care about that. Boring stuff, more boring stuff. Are you sure he's a real professor? No. I don't know. It's a Howler artifact, alright? The data is all over the place, but there's nothing I can tell you that you don't already know. I don't know why Aaron sent you to me. I'm still getting paid, right? Anything else you can tell me, Professor? Well, baby, I don't know. Here. It has a tiny, tiny amount of epran in it. And Ephrion was commonly used to create engine oil back before the 12 Wars took place. If you're gonna criticize me about how I'm pronouncing every single freaking word, go ahead and laugh. Because I give up. I can't pronounce every single word. Oh goodness. I write stories, but my grammar and reading is not that great. Way stronger and more durable stuff than what we use now. A shame our ancestors decided to completely dry it up. My guess is there wouldn't be a war if we still had enough Ephrion for everyone. Ephrion? You mean if big bad raiders wouldn't try to get their greedy little hands on your raw materials? Actually, there weren't any raider planets or a Morai system back then. There weren't any alliances. Anyway, I think this artifact belongs to an old spaceship. It could explain the Ephrion. Can it be a radar jamming upgrade of some sort? Solaris wasn't able to track the Arion. Seriously? You couldn't target my ship? Nope. Not even Alphetus Church were able to locate it. I checked. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. But mod or not, if this really is a Howler artifact, it wouldn't really surprise me if you couldn't target the artifact's immediate surroundings. Okay, I'll bite. What is this Howler thing you people keep talking about? It's a long story. Can't you just look it up on the XNet? Doesn't beat it from hearing from a professor. I butched that sentence up. Well, if you put it that way. Aphita works on 139 planet Ephemer's code, right? Any item made from an unknown or a glitched planet's element is called a Howler artifact because it disrupts Alphita's premonition software. The fact that it shouldn't exist, ironically, makes it a bug in Aphita's system. At least, that's what I know about Aphita. You should really ask the Aphita expert here. It's more or less right. You think we can use it on our ship? The radar jamming sounds useful. Our ship? I don't know. I'm not into ships. I'm into history. Find an engineer. We need to get back to Aeron. Lana, I need you to take us somewhere in the system. You weren't joking. Nope. Don't worry. I know of a safe moon we can land on without Aegea's supervision. We won't be anywhere close to Nova Station. Wait. You aren't actually asking me to get into Morai territory voluntarily, right? Because I was just... Wait. What is it? Right. Shooting at them? Lana, they don't know anything about you, I promise. I'll erase any records. No, there is no way I am approaching Morai space with a wanted criminal on board my ship. Wait, let me rephrase that. There is no way I am approaching Morai space with a bluffing malefic on board my friendship, which I borrowed. You're a scavenger. You can get us in and out without alarming the border security. Let's go with that. Oh, really? I had no idea I could do that. Look, I find scraps on mixed planets and I sell them to scrap shops. Rarely, very rarely, if I'm lucky enough, I find an old artifact or something and I sell them on the black market. What I do is legal. Except the occasional black market part. I don't fight Morai soldiers, I don't really fight anyone, I don't steal, I don't work with pirates, I don't even gamble. I'm a good citizen. A decent citizen. A mostly okay citizen? Lana. I brought you here just like you asked. I even helped you out with the Aegea soldiers. Not because you were paying me, but because I wanted to help you. You seem like a good person, Egon, and I'm sure your mission is an honorable one. But you're asking too much from me. Look, I'll get you off of Xeron, but you're on your own after that. I'm a raider, Egon. They will kill me if they catch me helping a malefic. That's gonna be the name of this video. How many words can I screw up? Morai systems hate us. For all they know, we are all terrorists. I'm sorry. You are right. You already helped me out once, with shoulders. Not that you needed it. I need your help more than you think. Carol, get ready. We need to get to Aeron. No way. Why do people keep rejecting me? It's just not your day, Egon. So, what's your excuse? Honestly, I don't feel like running away again. Professor, how could you refuse such an exciting offer to help Egon with his mission? Quite easily. That's how. I am not returning to Morai space. I've lived enough adventure for a lifetime. I want to stay here, right at this spot, for the rest of my miserable life, and die of natural causes. I think you're more likely to die of dysentery here. Ah, that's funny. Professor, won't you please reconsider? Your friends look highly capable of helping you out with your project. You know, the one with the... Kit, be quiet. Oh, please, Kit, enlighten us. The professor is working on something groundbreaking. Once he has enough proof, he will tell everyone that Mora is actually... Mora is... This is very odd, I can't recall. My database cannot find any relevant information about this subject. I was sure I had something to say. What a bummer. He erased Kit's memory. One step ahead of you, Egon. You are a friend of Aaron's. Did he tell you anything about me? Just that you need information about an artifact, and then you won't tell Aegeus about my whereabouts. Initiate cross-connection. Hey, that's my privacy. I know, I'm invading it. See, Reed Carroll Brooks, 32, history professor at Grand Ryan University. Had the best grades, very successful academic life, early graduation, doctorate. How do you turn this thing off? Mediocre family, lives alone, has a girlfriend. Had a girlfriend. Sorry. Alyssa Vermont, 28, account manager at the Grand Hotel Velvet. Huh. Classy. She's married to someone else now, by the way. Her supervisor, Aiden Hawkins. Oh, you know him? Yes, I know him. Stop it now. Shall I? Nope. Kit, do something. Asking help from an Oxybot, really? They can't even decipher 1% of the information I'm receiving in algorithms per millisecond, Professor. You're using Alpha to check on my ex. A little creepy, you know. Egon, what the bluff? Stop using Afita. Aegeus is going to find us. It'll only take a minute. I just need a minute to find it. Scraps? Find what? Leverage. Always gotta find that leverage. Get out of my VX, Egon. You are infiltrating illegally. Yes, I'm a Melfec. That's kind of our thing. You had a perfectly normal life, didn't you, Reed Carroll Brooks? Then why is there a big fucking bounty on your head? Hell if I know. Why won't they ever talk? Recent studies, pre-Morai temples on Sagwa, something about terrorist extinct bacteria, and nothing. No research, no library access, not even saved notes? A little lazy for an academic. Don't tell me you can't forget about your cheating ex-girlfriend. Son of a bitch. Yes, I've heard that she was quite a fierce one too. I'll keep digging until I find it, Professor. Why don't you just say it already? What is it that you're hiding? Why don't you infiltrate some more and find out yourself? I see. Of course, it makes sense. You are smart, aren't you, Professor? You have your research on paper. As I thought, pages and pages worth of handwriting, when here is your VX right at the tip of your thoughts. And why would you ever do that? You didn't keep the research on your VX because you were afraid of it getting in the hands of the system. You know the government is keeping track of everyone's Vision X implants, don't you? Especially professors like you. 12's Blessifita. Which means that you are working on something against the government. That explains the exceptionally large bounty on your head. How are you doing, Lana? Not bad. I've scanned 637 files about Morai history, including restricted files dated before and after the 12 wars saved in Afita's database. Cross-reference it with your past Xnet searches, books you've ordered, and your commentary on public articles. I have about 10 to 12 reasons why you were declared a traitor to the system, and I know exactly which one is the winner. Because I know Rayons, and I know how they operate. You know something that can weaken the Rayons' rule. You know something about the system that the Rayons kept a secret from everyone else. Why else would they be chasing a historian throughout the entire system? Is it about the 12 wars, maybe? You seem to be familiar with the subject. Who knows? Is it about the cause of the war? Trigger? I said I don't know anything! So it's the trigger. Carol, I need your help. I can use your information. With the help of the right people, we can both get what we want out of this. But I need you to trust me. You're an Egon. You work for the system. I don't work for the system. I work for the intelligence. Besides, I've already been named a Malfic. Might as well give them a proper reason for it. You know Aaron. You know he wouldn't send me out here if he thought we didn't need you. Three years ago, I came across a research data bank in the Nova Station library. I don't know how it had gotten into my library accounts or how it could access these files, but they contained information about the 12 Wars. It was details of an economic structure of 83 planets before the war, more specifically. Go on. The info was dated a few years ago before the 12 Wars began. The planets we now call Raiders were already having trouble with their economic stability. There was a galactic recession looming. The 12s, which are now called the Morai system, were better off, but the recession was going to hit them even harder. If you tell me the Raiders hit Morai for money, I'll shoot someone. No, that's what I'm getting at. Chapter 1 is just full of backstory. The Raider planets, as they are now called, Slate 4, Xeron 3, Proth 6, Peon 5, etc., these planets already had a limited amount of resources, and the current Nixes, dead planets, they weren't even remotely as advanced as the 12s. They couldn't have risked a war. Not with the 12s, not at that time. Dates don't match. They wouldn't have started a war with the Morai government had led us to believe. You think the Morai system started the war? But why? Afita. The 12s were always advancing in technology. The basis of Vision X, aerospikes, skippers, all of these are inventions of the ancient 12s. Namely, Morai, but Afita was different. It was a monster. Didn't Morai build Afita to defend themselves against Raider attacks? No, that was never really proven. It's a war story we tell Moraian children. It's a myth. In fact, I think Afita was the reason of the 12 Wars. Morai planets were drying up their resources to use the machine, and they couldn't have afforded to buy the materials from other planets, especially with the approaching recession. So the 12s built an alliance, which is the Morai system. Yes, and they attacked the Raiders for their raw materials. We never attacked you? You were just defending ourselves? Yes, I think so. We've been paying you tax all these years because we defended ourselves? Well, it's a scheme, and a big one at that, so I doubt it's as simple as that. But yes, essentially, that's what it is. I wonder if Morai accuses you of treason. It's enough to unite every Raider planet against the Morai system. The only reason why the Raiders lost the war was because they were always divided. Carol, you need to publish your work. People need to hear about this. That's the plan. Once I have enough proof, I'll send the files over to a journalist. Friend of mine. He owes me. Anyways, there's still a long way to go. It's a start, but no one will believe me if I don't have solid evidence. I will help you find your evidence, Carol, but I need your help. Not so fast, implant junkie. What's your game in this? Our goals are similar. That doesn't tell me anything. I mean, I'm an ally. Secrets, diversions, vague answers. There is a reason why I don't trust the intelligence either. Professor? I'm busy, Kit. Do you have a problem with me? You'll infiltrate my brain, so yes, I may be a little offended. Not to mention your ties within the system. I don't have any ties within the system anymore, Carol. Which only proves your lack of loyalty. Guys? Not now, Lana. It's kind of urgent, actually. Your overflowing testosterone gave us away. We got company. And now you brought Aegeus to my doorstep. I told you not to use a Feta. At least now Carol will have to come with us. You? He will go with you. There is no us. Kit, go get my files. Yes, Professor. We need to get to the port. It won't be easy getting past the security at the spaceport. I know how Aegeus works on Raider planets. There won't be a lot of people at the station. It's the patrol routes we have to be extra careful about. Egon, does the FIDA have a facial recognition software? Not on Aegeus, Vision X. Only the intelligence can use that. Okay, I may have an idea, and you're not gonna like it. So this is the... So wait. Is this... That's the end of... Oh dear God. Oh goodness. That was over an hour long to do one chapter. Okay, we are a dilemma. Forced to endure the inequity of we face upon our birth. Quick to escape the reflections created by those more fortunate than us. We hate ourselves more than we hate the accusations of those who scorn us. Really, that was literally chapter 1. It was probably an hour altogether from the last video. I think it was like an hour and 15 minutes. So altogether you're looking about an hour and 45 minutes just for the first chapter. And that's me reading them out loud. I know I could get by this faster without reading out loud. But I don't know, I kind of want to read it out loud now. It's going to kill my throat. And for some reason, whenever I want to do this, I feel I have freaking sinus crap going on. But I want to do it. I'm committed. After an hour and probably 45 minutes of doing this, I've become committed. I don't know how many chapters are in this story. We'll see how long this commitment lasts till I just decide to just go through it all. Oh dear Lord. He is doing what is expected of him. He may be an Egon, but he is also human. People have limits. Your attachment is holding us back, Auditor. It appears Egon understands his mission better than you do. You could have prevented the rounds from declaring him a Malefic. Being declared a Malefic was on his charts. Nothing could have changed that. Nothing. It was a mistake to involve the girl. You should have listened to me. If there is a chance to save my friend's life, I'll take it. I won't apologize for its sin. Oh. It won't be too long before the Rayons figured it out. Afita's codes are rapidly changing. I know. Virgo is already on the move. The question is, what will you do about it, Auditor? It was your plan to use the Howler after all. Oh, more stuff going behind doors. Sneaky, streaky stuff. Oh, hey, we're back over here. So, Kieran, working with the Morai now? I guess you were always fickle, but turning to them? Boy, it's a strange world. It's not so bad. They pay me well, and I gave them this pretty little thing. Your payment comes in women these days? Who? The kid. I was talking about her. I was talking about this. What, no witty comments? Custom TF10, baby. One of a kind, Borshot, 2 chargers, made of pure Botrix, light as a feather, but with a nice kick. I can't feel the rush without a good kick, right? If you're really into kicks, I can give you one right now. You are a woman after my own heart, Wiz Chambers. We need to get back to base. Not so fast, Princess. Me and her frisky friend have unfinished business. I'll never tell you where she is. I know. That's why I'll call her and ask her nicely. I'm sure she'll be here, thrilled to hear the team is back together again. Just like old times. Our orders were clear. We arrest Wiz Chambers and take her to base. Don't you want to catch your rebel boyfriend or not? This girl here is your best chance at finding him. Explain. Sit your ass down and wait. Nothing scraps. Soldiers ahead. It should have been safe. Oh my goodness. What am I looking at? Oh my goodness. Oh man, this is some Chippendale crap going on right now. Well, good thing Lex had spare clothes then. Define good. Oh man. It's not that these guys aren't in good shape. I mean, they are drawn in very good shape. It's just this is probably one of the greatest disguises you could ever come up with. And in space. Oh, wearing a looking good though. At least now you have a backup plan. In case you're tired of being a rogue Egon, that is. Hilarious, you two. Keep laughing. I was like, I want my compensation payment with tax rates included, and boy, the section chief was angry. You shouldn't have told her that. Just give her the 3-8 code and ask for a second opinion for your insurance company. Tell her you'll talk to your lawyer. That's how you've scared them higher-ups. They'll let you choose a private insurance firm, and they have a yearly coverage that they don't want to break for one soldier, you know? I'll keep that in mind. I sure as hell would have expected Aegeus to work better on their insurance agreement. Not like I'll become section chief anytime soon anyways. They never make a raider-born chief. Would you rather take your shot at Outpost or the Prometheus? 12's no. Look at this shithole of a planet. Imagine being here 24/7. You catch chlamydia just by staring at the bitches on here. Hey! There's 3. Don't make eye contact. Oh, good lord. Hold. Is there a problem, soldier? Give me your ID numbers. What's wrong with VX scans? I'm looking for a male fic highly capable of hacking VX data. IDs now. Come on. Isn't it kind of obvious that we are not your male fics? I think they're from Vertex. Oh, look, that's the smart one. I don't care what you are, IDs, or you won't be taking a step forward. Look, I really need to take these two to Raider Next 10, Silver Tongue Babel. There is an old woman there asked for these two specifically before she dies. For, you know, one last dance to Oblivion. Poor Edna. Such a gentle soul. Oh man, Grandma's getting it on, ain't she? Hey, aren't you from Radorix 10 too? You have the accent. Yaki's Nigar? Something crop shokes. You can speak Rixen? I'm a frequent visitor. Why is my translator glitching? Raider still use their pre-war language Rixen. Most translators don't have pre-war Raider languages on their databases. Lana can speak the language without a translator, apparently. Respect. Best walls in the galaxy, boys. Raider X10 is heaven for your stomachs. You should try the chestnut pancakes. There's a small diner on Gorv that makes the best chestnut pancakes in the whole galaxy. No way, Minty's Ranch? You know about Minty? Are you kidding me? Minty is my sister from another mister. You know what? Just go on. And if you run by the ranch, tell Minty Grant sent you. Coffee on the house. You, soldier, are nothing like those other Aegeus deadbeat dingoes. You still have the raider spirit in you. Minus the smell. Go on. Don't tell anyone I let you through, though. I don't want to get any trouble with High Command. You have my word. And some praise in Rixon. Tenos Tegis. Are you sure that was a good idea? Yeah. Do they look dangerous to you? Guess not. She had a terrible accent, though. Right, who says goes tech like that? Goose tech. Goose. Oh man, I can't get over the whole lie with Edna. Grandma's getting her freak on. Sort of. Kit, connect the ship's shield system. Get them on full capacity. Yes, ma'am. Egon, open the gates and let's bail out before they figure out who we really are. On it. Professor, hold on tight. Leaping in 20. Right, just get a bucket ready in case of leaping sickness. Gates are open, Lana. Thanks. Oh, let's get out of this dump. Are they gonna change back into their clothes, or are they gonna still wear those outfits when they get to the station? Wherever it is they're going. Rayons, your suspicions were confirmed. We have another Howler in the galaxy. I knew it. We need to take precautions at once. Do we have an identify, a profile, a name, anything? No, I'm afraid not. I will speak with Aegeus High Command to make sure we have an identity as soon as possible. Give word to Prometheus too. They have been leeching off of us for years. They will be our eyes and ears in Raider territory. It's time they made themselves useful. Yes, Rayon. Do you think the rogue Egon has anything to do with this? We haven't found a significant connection between Egon and the Howler. Nevertheless, I will double-check the algorithms for you. 12s protect us. The first Howler isn't even dead yet. We should have exhausted him a long time ago. We are not butchers. We do not execute people. Auditor, does Aphita have any news regarding the rogue Egon's motivations? We do not like being kept in the dark about the matters of the intelligence. Not a word yet, Rayon. Aegeus have their best men and women working on the case. You'll be able to ask him about his motivations yourself, once he is caught. How do you feel about this Egon's betrayal, Auditor? Ma'am? He was your close friend, was he not? Surely you must feel distressed. Yes, it pains me deeply, Rayon. Do you feel as if it is partly your fault? Our destinies are written on the charts of Aphita, Auditor. Only a Howler has the power to change someone else's destiny. There is nothing you could have done to prevent this. If I could read Aphita's messages more clearly, double-check the algorithms on his chart, maybe I could have prevented this disaster. Yes, you could have. Perhaps Aphita never intended to make the Egon's betrayal known to us. Aphita's mind is beyond our comprehension. We can only interpret what is behind her lines of code. This crazy talk again? Are we bringing up the legends as facts now? We cannot make a clear decision if we keep a closed perspective. It is the possibility that Aphita has a mind of her own. We should take her possible wishes into account. It is a machine, and machines don't have wishes. Neither do you, Virgo. Is this a joke to you, Pisces? No, but you are. Enough. We're here to keep the order in the galaxy, not bicker like children. Virgo couldn't keep the order in his pants if he tried. Sorry. Auditor, you may leave. Make sure you are one step ahead of this new Howler. Yes, Rayon. Pisces, I am aware of your unique situation, being initiated early out of necessity. But keep your youth as a tool of objectivity, not as a weapon against your comrades. Yes, Rayon. So they're all called Rayon, or is it just the guy who's the head? That's kind of interesting. Oh, hey, they put the regular clothes back on. Oshadis 11 is out of the question. It has 5 to 6 Aegis outposts on the planet, plus the possible reinforcements. We won't even pass the first border. We can try Apora 2 Moon, but I don't think we can run the Aegis sonar stations around the area without alerting the troops. And don't even think about Tryon 8. It has pirates all over. It's too dangerous for us, even with a skipper like Arion. What about Dania? Dania, huh? I guess you could take a shuttle to your Morai planet moon there. Dania? Where's Dania? It's a dwarf planet, doesn't belong to the Morai, but isn't exactly on raider territory either. Used mostly for transportation of low-cost goods. Anyway, away from the pirates, safer than radar planets, but isn't strict like Morai system, as most of the goods are just food and textile. Textile retail clothes? Can we go? Please? Egon is trying to see if Aegeus Command sent troops there. Initiate global connection. Target 1528 Nia. Use proxy 1 to 8. There isn't any. Egon, are you alright? I'm fine. I shouldn't have overused my implants. The moon is safe. There isn't any news about Aegeus on the official... Oh. That's not good. Egon! Hey! Oh, we blacking out. And the love connection just keeps getting deeper and deeper. Bluff. Just what I needed. A passed out Melfic in my ship. If you don't wake up in an hour, I will toss you out the airlock. You know, you look better when you're asleep, without all that ego intention. His vitals are stable, but he needs to rest. Kit. Sorry, did we interrupt something? No, let's just give him space. The intensity with these two. I've turned off all communications on his Vision X for the time being. He has some fascinating implants, miss. I've never seen a human using that many implants all at once before. You should see the implant junkies we have on Peon 5. But to process all that information at once, surely you must find it a little impressive. What do you mean, all at once? Lana, what do you know about Egons? Just the things I learned from Morai detective stories. They are the intelligence agents of the Morai system. And I think I heard somewhere that they are trained since birth. Not since birth, but yeah, almost. Egons are located by Afita and brought to Rayon Nova Station for training when they are very young. That's your capital planet, right? Never been there? No way. Even hearing about it costs money. No kidding. So are the Egon kids chosen randomly? No. They are the children with impressive brain activity picked out by Afita itself. As soon as they are located via Afita, intelligence officials are sent to recruit them. Recruit or collect, there's a difference. Their families are always given a choice. There is also a general inspection before their recruitment. What could you possibly inspect about small children? Violent tendencies? In a way, yes. Afita's best chart readers, auditors, are in charge of finding relevant algorithms in Afita's EF codes about these possible Egon candidates when they are first brought to the station. Things about their future, who they become, how successful they will be, how rebellious, how loyal. If these children don't have any Malfic intent in their future or traumatic experience that would cause them to betray Morai or start their training as Egons. What happens if they have a Malfic intent in their future? Are they killed? What? No, of course not. They are left with their parents, they just don't take the necessary training to become Egons. One good thing about Afita is finding the root of the problem before it can do any damage. There are many untrained Egon candidates, most of them are very happy with their lives too. So a feta can really see their future using its ephemeris code or whatever. I half the thought it was a crazy myth. It's more calculating than seeing, I believe. An ephemeris code is a celestial navigation chart, miss. Just like the seasons on a planet, there is an order of movement in the entire galaxy. A feta finds these movements and calculates their possible effects on your lives through its ephemeris code and predicts a precise outcome. So essentially, you're telling me that the celestial chart is pretty much like reading a zodiac column in the newspaper about what's going to be in my future. Is that what initially this is describing this as? Because that's kind of interesting. That's very interesting to take something like that and expand upon it. Of what? Everything. Everything? Just how precise are these predictions? It's complicated. If it can predict the outcome of every single event, even the most insignificant, the exact moment of an ant's birth to the fall of an entire planet, everything is written on a feta's codes. Unfortunately, no one can read everything in feta has in its records. It's an infinite code which runs at unimaginable speed. There is a station full of trained adepts, separated by divisions, just to find a scratch of planetary events. Then, catch separate ephemeris codes to assemble them together in one big pile of a possible major events folder, which is then sent to the auditor for inspection of dates, identities, and importance order. So it's written somewhere, but you can't actually read it. Doesn't sound very practical to me. The intelligence uses a feta, but doesn't entirely depend on it. Besides, we use a feta for many things, other than military intelligence. Even our VXs are all connected to a feta one way or another. Not only that, but a feta also has access to every single database in the galaxy. No matter the security precautions, it can bypass anything. You can't access Raider databases, though. Not entirely true. We can still access them as we like, but we need your government's approval if we want to avoid a second galactic war. Very reassuring. What about Egons? Can't they understand the whole thing, the ephemeris codes of feta? No, no one can read all that. It's impossible. Highly trained and talented Egons are able to decipher very small parts of a feta's codes by themselves, with the help of their neural implants. But like I said, it's a very complicated system. I doubt it's anything like reading the newspaper. I don't understand. If Egons can read these codes better, shouldn't they be in charge of reading it all? What do you need adepts for? Adepts, that's what they're called. Just stack the whole place with Egons? Egons are field agents. They are trained for combat and speed response. You need a very powerful servers to receive any kind of information from a feta, no matter how small. We have these servers in the intelligence department, but Egons often need to access a feta's code while they are on the field. So they have these small servers on their brains that operate a private system of a feta. There is also uploads they receive from infiltrating another person's brain through their VXs. They can hack into your brain. Imaging downloading someone else's memory into your brain into an empty folder just to see what's in there to poke around while interrogating. Like you did with you back on Xeron? Yeah. They can't do it very often though, and they can't be connected to the other person for more than a few minutes, unless they want their own brains overloaded. Many Egons died that way, Good thing there's a downside to it. I can't imagine letting a bunch of Egons loose without any kind of restriction. Actually, there are plenty of restrictions for them. Unless they become Rayons, eventually, they are just field agents. They really don't have a say in the bigger picture. Wait. Rayons are Egons? You are ruled by a bunch of agents? I thought we were just old wise men talking about which planet to blow up next. Close enough. They are former Egons and auditors. Only the best of their planets, of course. I can't keep track of your fancy titles. What exactly are auditors? So much backstory! An auditor is the head of the adepts, and all of their departments. Nothing goes to the Rayons without the auditors knowing about it first. They are the highest ranking officials in the intelligence after the director himself. Fancy title for a glorified spam filter. They do more than that. Auditors can't read a fetus codes on the field like Egons do, but in most cases they are better at understanding the codes. Reading is one thing, understanding is another. Still, I guess infiltrating brains and fighting at the same time does give Eons a slight advantage over auditors in the field, which is why they are field agents and not auditors. Just how combat trained are Egons? Very. In combat, they use mathematical equations to predict their enemy's next moves. That requires a lot of training, both physical and mental. They use their Morai issue VX as well as several other implants for enhanced movement and sight, but even without it, they'd be able to take down a small platoon of soldiers alone. Morai pays a lot of money for their Egons. It must suck to have one turn on them. I imagine they're very upset about it. So, the headaches from earlier, they are the downside of using all that fancy Morai tech, right? Implant junkies have them too. I've seen them both fried brains in my sister's clinic. Egons can take more than the average person, but still they need to be careful, especially with infiltration. Nevertheless, I'm sure our prickly friend is fine. The headache is mostly to warn them of their overuse. If they have a separate safety implant in their brains to simulate a severe headache when they are about to overload. Usually it just makes them puke and pass out. That doesn't sound good either. No, it doesn't. It's fine. Just a few hours of rest and he'll be back to normal in no time. I'm actually a little surprised at how he was standing stilling after the shit he pulled back at my place. He was in my VX for more than 10 minutes probably. Even I had a headache. You know quite a bit about Egons, Professor. My childhood friend was an Egon. Oh, I'm sorry. No, she's not dead. Just not an Egon anymore. Every document I could find on every source I had when they were first recruited her, I was good at learning. She was good at everything else. Zoya, my friend, was the reason I met Egon's friend Aaron back at Nova Station. I owe them both my life. Alright, what's on your mind? What? I've spent my entire life around overthinking people, and I know it when I see one. I shouldn't have forced him to use his implants like that. I had no idea it hurt him. Well, you couldn't have known. Zoya threw up on our guests at a family dinner once. Wow. She tried to send spam kitten videos to everyone through their VXs all at once. Carol, have you got any Egons from Raider planets? Barely. Most Raiders-born Egon candidates show high risk of possible treachery. After the Rose Palmer incident, they are even more careful about the whole thing now. Right. I think I remember her name. She was a Raider-born Egon who went Malfic and blew up a Morai space station, right? Yep. Raiders have a tendency to blow up things whenever they can. Most Morai planets require permit chips for Raider systems on arrival now, thanks to her. She managed to make our lives even more hellish. That's a pretty good accomplishment there. You're a pioneer, right? Here we go again. Yes, it's a tough life. No, I am not an orphan, and no, we do not eat dogs or babies. Here. Did you know that Pion 5 has the largest quantity of pure water in the whole galaxy? Because of the entire planet used to be one big pile of glacier. Most of it was processed a long time ago, but under the Earth, close to the core, it is still filled with pure ice. Interesting? I think it's really cool. Just imagine building an entire civilization on ice, made of pure ice, the structures, the artworks. I wonder if you still have any glacier caves left. Your summers must suck though, all that humidity. Yeah, if you're lucky, you can actually see the people in their liquid form. I didn't know ice caused it. On Peon 5 it does. But on the high ground near the mountains, you'll see the most beautiful auroras thanks to the ice. I don't think I've ever seen one. Really? Never been outside the capital. Well, Seniolias is a big city. Kind of a privilege to be born in the capital, at least for Marians. Were you born in your planet's capital? My sinuses are driving me nuts now, and it sucks. We don't have planetary capitals, just the Nova Station as a capital planet. But no, I wasn't born on Nova Station. I went there for college, and stayed for the wine. I would love to see the auroras. You like Peon 5, don't you? Do you even realize how insane you sound? Can anybody even like Peon 5? I mean, sure, it's Peon 5, everybody hates it because it's tough and dangerous and all that. But you have that look. You're proud of being a peoner somehow. All peoners have it. I've seen it on Xeron too. Like you have it all under control. You can't be shaken, you've seen it all, you've won the race of survival. In a way, you are better than us. Really? Yeah, you lived in a hell all your life, yet you can smile brighter than any one of us. Smiley isn't exactly the word I'd use to describe peoners. You're quite judgmental. My peoner smuggler has a charming smile, despite the metallic teeth, the cybernetic eye, and the sulfuric breath. Huh? Priority call. It's probably my partner. She must be wondering why I'm late. Mind if I scavenge ship for some food while you take the call? I'm starving. Sure, go ahead. Just don't touch the yogurt. It's a few decades old. We kinda left it there in case it grows a new life form. It's for science! Hey Wiz, sorry I couldn't get back to you sooner. You have no idea how weird my day was. I can take an educated guess. Kieran. Hello, Frisky. Long time no see. Where's Wiz? She's safe. For now. Can't say the same about you. Heard you're making friends with Malfix these days. You know me? I'm friends with everyone except you. You still have my artifact? It's my artifact. I found it. And I dug it up. With my bare hands. I could have done it myself. You just wanted a piece from the cut. My cut. I can't say I didn't expect you to reply any differently. You were always a little stingy. Stingy? You tried to steal from us, you pig. Oink. See, I'm actually ready to forget about my share of the artifact. It's fine. Let's bygones be bygones. Because I have a new friend, you see. And unlike you, she is super nice. Congratulations on your first friend. I'm hanging up now. I strongly advise against it. My new friend is a genius, Frisky. See where this is going? Enlighten me. In short, your allegiance to the Malfic brought a great misfortune upon your BFF. You know, I get back at you eventually. Crossing me wasn't gonna work out, Frisky. Are you bluffing mud scraper, Kieran? Are you still using that broken junk of a VX? As cheap as always. Some of us have to work for shiny things, Kieran. Anyway, my Aegeus friend wants to interrogate Wizzy Love here to find you and your new Egon friend. But being the gentleman I am, I'm offered her something else. You know, our former friendship stake. You'll pay for this, Kieran. Whatever you say, Frisky. In the meanwhile, here's our proposition. In exchange for Wiz's life, bring the Egon here. Without him knowing about it if you can. I mean, for your benefit, I have a feeling he wouldn't agree on exchanging his life against your bestie. You know how selfish Morians can get. No offense, princess. My friend is ready to let you and your friend go if you cooperate nicely. Why should I believe you? What's to say you and your Morai buddy won't turn on me once I bring you the Egon? Lana, you know I'm scum, but you also know that I am an honest scum. Think about it. When did I ever lie to you? But don't think too long. My friend has a busy schedule, Malfix to catch, asses to kick. Manicure? That's enough. Bluff it. What do you think? It's exactly as you saw it. It didn't change much. I see justice served. I see order. I see people holding on to the very values of Morai, safe, sheltered. There is oppression, restraint of the shackles which people call security. You've already seen all that, haven't you? Anything else you can tell me? Well, there is something. He feels safe in the company of something I cannot see, like it's tied to the void itself. It wasn't here before, when you first asked me to read this chart years ago. What do you mean? I don't see it. He has a whole new aspect. See, a new conjuncture here. Is it love? Perhaps. It's too early to say. That's just great. Jealous? Do you even realize how dangerous it already is? Falling in love with a howler, it's a disaster. It's your fault, you know. You sent him to her. To buy an artifact, not to fall in love with a howler. Cut the crap, Aaron. You were hoping the howler's influence would save his life. Just relax. It can still shape into something else. There is still some time to call it love, and his chart will constantly be on the move while he is with her. Still, it's a strong aspect. I wouldn't want him to lose it. It would be a shame to lose a possible bond like that. It's too dangerous. Reckless. Stupid even. He is going to die either way, Aaron. The square aspect is still there. Is the Egon aware of her identity? The Howler? No, and he won't be, unless he tries to infiltrate her. If I know that guy, he will infiltrate her the minute he gets the chance. Then he's probably going to hurt. Curiosity killed the little Egon. I wonder if he really won't be able to see anything. With the strong mind of his, he may catch a glimpse into her future. That's what I'm afraid of. Well, call me if you need anything else. I need to get back before the geezers get suspicious. Thank you again, Pisces. Your help is most appreciated. Hey, it's no trouble. Besides, a life for a life. I can never repay you for saving Carol's life. Oh, so that's her friend that tried to upload all the kitty videos at once. Are we awake? Yay! I don't think it will be necessary, Kit. I'm fine. Nevertheless, I will see what I can do to find doctors that may consider helping out a criminal in the possible area we will be landing. I appreciate it. You are up. Did anything happen while I was out? I fought off a half a dozen pirates, a few Egons, 223 Edgy soldiers, only the best. With a fork. Sounds exhausting. Any time for my most beloved customer. How are you feeling? Like I partied too much last night. Where's Carol? Looking for food? Listen, we need to stop by Peon 5 Moon before we leave for Diana. I have to deliver something to a friend of mine. Oh. Scavenge scraps. Would that be a problem? No, of course not. Egon. Yes, Lana? I'm sorry. For what? Back on Xeron. Forcing you to overuse your implants. I had no idea. Carol told me about it. It's not your fault. I should have been more careful. Well, yeah, you should have. What if you passed out on Xeron? Are you worried about me, Raider girl? I'm worried about my payment. Of course. Oh, you are up. Does the salad in the fridge have peanuts in it? Because I'm like really allergic. Probably not. I'll be in the cockpit. Probably. I can tell you no. What's wrong with her? She was fine before you came in. Oh. Am I gonna make it to chapter 2? Please? What? What'd I do? Chapter 3. No. Bluff. I should have just sold the stupid artifact and made a run for it. Chasing adventure like a pirate wannabe. Bluff an idiot. I think you are very brave, Miss Bryce. You really need to stop sneaking up on me, Kit. You shouldn't feel bad about wanting more adventure, miss. Sometimes I feel quite the same. Professor doesn't look like much, but he is very brave too. Like he hides it well, but it's there. He wants to make life better for Raider people through real change, you know? How chivalrous of him. And how egotistically ignorant. You can't change anything on Raider planets, Kit. Raiders don't want change. If anything, they are allergic to it. And even if they did once want change, it's too late now. Our education, our upbringing, our history, it's written in stone. Even the slightest change would take 100 years, if not more, and no one has that kind of time. Especially not a Morian elite. This whole thing with the truth about the Morai will only end up hurting us even more. Just like that Rose Palmer woman. It's not his fight. He needs to stay out of it. I believe you are just tired, miss. I'm sure this is not what you really feel. Maybe I am just tired. Set a course for Thion, please. I'll check the engine. The Peon 5 moon? I thought we were going to Diana. Slight detour. We need to drop off something. Chapter 3. Every time I see black screen, I want to say Chapter 3. Nope. Nope, not yet. I don't want any surprises, Merc. You better keep your word. I give you a name, you know. I am honestly offended. I couldn't care less about your name. I'm defying my orders because of your plan. This had better work. It will. How can you be sure that the scavenger will bring him here? What if they hire guns? What if they hire backup? Bryce hiring guns? That'd be a sight to see. What? Why, is she combat trained? You've never met a pianer in your entire life, have you? I don't see how that's prevalent. Let me put this plainly. Pianers don't even trust their own grandmothers. Mostly because there's a lot of ex-convict grandmothers on Peon 5. But you get the point. You live in hell, you learn to deal with demons inside and out. Lana Bryce will die before she puts her trust in a stranger. They are like cockroaches. Tough, sneaky, fast, and annoying. They breed like cockroaches too. What? They just don't know when to stop. I had a girl back on Peon 5, Beth. She was a real beast in the bed. Oh, good lord. We go on. I get the point. Good lord. That wasn't. I'm not. Beth always made me feel hungry too. Stay here, I'll get us something to eat. I'm sure Wesley here only has cup noodles, and I have selective appetite. I have top quality rat shit if you'd like to indulge yourself. Maybe next time. Make sure you don't let our bait escape. Crafty, that one. I don't need your advice. Does Aegeus work with Raider Mercs now? He will betray you, you know, the minute he gets what he wants. He just wants the artifact. He couldn't care less about your Malfic buddy. He knows he can't take his artifact back if you bring me to your base. Be quiet. Or what? You aren't particularly intimidating, you know. You look like a Lily Doll Aegeus edition. I have full authorization to use any method necessary in dealing with galactic terrorists like you. I'm terrified. Tell me, Aegeus, do you always leave mercs in charge of official Aegeus business, or is it just you who completely incompetent alone? Ow. I told you to keep your mouth shut, Vulture. Why? Did I touch a nerve? She won't come here. I know my partner. She'll take your Malfic and your damn artifacts somewhere you'll never find. She is your friend. She will try to rescue you. You obviously don't know anything about raiders. Raiders don't have friends, especially not peoners. Ours is a business partnership. Nothing more. Even now, while in danger, you still think about her. Love and loyalty like that can be felt for a mere business partner, can't it? Unlike the other Aegis soldiers who think you are everything that went wrong with this galaxy, or the Morians who see you as a villainous stereotype, I see you as what you really are. You may be a little broken, angry, and skeptical. You can look and act tough as you like. It doesn't trick anyone. You aren't machines. You feel anger, you feel hurt, and you feel love. Don't underestimate or underestimate anyone. Vulture, I never did, and I never will. Don't take me for a fool. I earned my place in Geas. Doing what? And how'd you do it? Chapter 3. Nope. So, what are we dropping off? Scraps. Lana, you live here? At the moment, yes. So this whole building is yours. It's an apartment building, Egon. Other people live here too? Yes, Egon, other people live here too. Willingly. I was just like that when I first moved to Xeron. Ah, oh, the nostalgia. Give it some time, Egon. Raiders will grow on you. Like fungus. I can't wait. Okay, oh, I get it. You don't find my place comfortable enough for your high and mighty Morian standards. Do you? Just keep moving, you guys. Chapter 3. Chapter 3. Chapter 3. Nope, darn it. I'm telling you, Blondie, you're wasting your time. That girl is selfish, backstabbing, double-crossing piece of... Hey. Lana. Egon? Explain. I'm sorry. Hello, friends of Lana. It's not a high kind of situation, is it? I'll just sit in the corner quietly. Come on, Kit. Yes, Professor. What is this? I had no choice. Aegis was willing to make a deal with me. Me and my friend's freedom against... mine? She is family. How very raider of you. Soren, please come home. I'll talk to Vitans. I'll talk to the Rayons. I will do everything in my power to keep the punishment to a minimum. Just stop this madness before it's too late. You'll do everything in your power? Your power. Capturing people, blackmailing, talking about punishments. Haven't you become a loyal soldier of Morai Pisces? Since when is being loyal a bad thing? What is wrong with wanting the best for your people? And how do you think you know what's best for them? You are poisoned by self-assurance Aegis injected into you. You don't even know what you want. You don't even question it anymore. Don't talk to me as if I'm your enemy. I've done nothing to deserve this. You are too blind to see that you are being lied to by the very people that you trust. I trusted you the most. Go home, Pisces. I don't want to hurt you. No. I know I'm not strong enough. No, I'm not an Egon like you. And I understand that you will not back down no matter what I say. But I won't back down either. I can't. You think you have what it takes to walk this path alone? Be my guest. But you'll have to pay the price. Let's see how many lives you are willing to sacrifice. If I'm truly in your way, I won't leave here alive. Do what you have to do. I won't stop this time. Don't do this, Eve. Please. Vulture, take your friends and leave. This is between me and the Egon. Go back to the ship. We will talk when I come back. And don't you dare run away. I already shut down your engines. You aren't leaving anywhere in that piece of junk. Junk? Wiz, let's go. We will have to renovate the place when this is over. Hope not. Great. Chapter 3. Sir, the platoon we have sent was unable to locate the scavenger ship on Giron 3. Did you lose an entire ship from under your nose and sign? Sir, they somehow managed to sneak into the port with the help of the locals. We weren't fast enough. Your first priority is find whoever is helping him and eliminate them. Always be one step ahead of him. Go where he is seen, interrogate the people he talks to. With enough pressure, you won't need to capture him. He will come to you himself. Any news from Pisces? She should have been back by now. No, sir. Should we send her a backup team? Send in a squad. Right away, sir. This ruling race again. Like mother, like son. So was his mother a rebellious Egon, or what was going on? I'm actually very curious about what was going on with his mom. Do you need something, Doctor? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was wondering if you have any news on Pisces. It's not like her to be late from her missions like this. No, it is not. Do you think the Egon has anything to do with this? We will see soon enough, won't we? Are you worried? Of course I am. He won't be able to harm her. She is the only one who can stop him. But she will follow him to death if she has to. I knew there was something wrong when I didn't hear back from you. But man, Solaris, Xeron 3, Vertex, just like old times. Yeah, don't remind me. Where's Kieran? Yeah, try to turn on the backup generators again. I'm sorry, but Egon has locked the entire system down. Love it. What if he dies? What do we do then? Theoretically speaking, his grip on the ship would cease with the inactivity of his Vision X implant. Theoretically? That's all I can offer, unfortunately. Lovely. Don't worry, he'll be back. That's what I'm afraid of, actually. Well, you reap what you sow. My friend was in danger. What was I supposed to do? Lana, I wasn't judging you. I'm judging me. Not too harshly, I hope. So are we just waiting for our impending doom? Not a chance. Check the engine, see if there's anything we can do to start this baby up manually. Already tried. It could work with an older model, but those are all in the graveyard. Skippers have one of the first remote systems. It's too old for us, but I'm not old enough to use manual startups. We've been using remotes for decades now. What about the artifact? It looked like I thought it looked like an engine mod. Can we use it somehow? Wiz, do you think you can give it a go? Hold that thought, Frisky. The artifact is mine. Kieran. You really have a habit of leaving your friends behind. I thought it was just me. The party is upstairs, Kieran. Your friend is fighting for his life and you're trying to bail him out. That's just low. Speaking of friends, you'll be the one who's going to be hunted to the edge of the galaxy by a very angry Egon if your bestie loses that fight, just saying. Yeah, I'll take my chances. I was really heartbroken when you left me in that Nyx swamp, you know. After everything I had been through to get that artifact out of that lake for you. You tried to sell us out first, Kieran. Don't play innocent. You had your men waiting for us. They were only there to make sure you were safe. Honest. Be careful with that one, Kieran. Your bullshit is showing. I hoped we would part as friends, but I keep getting these hostile vibes from you. You kind of leave me no choice. Well, that was quick, Frisky. Maybe you are exceptionally slow. Is that a Morai issue? You aren't the only one with friends in high places. I don't want to hurt you too. Be good girls and give me the artifact. You won't shoot us. You don't know anything about me, Frisky. You have no idea what I'm capable of. The artifact. Now. Just give him the artifact, Lana. It's not worth it. If you give him the artifact, that Eon guy will kill us, and I have a feeling Egon deaths are more painful. Decisions, decisions. No. Morai, you. You are all the same. You want to shoot me? Go right ahead. But I'll take you down with me. Wrong choice, Frisky. I beg to differ. You were the one who brought Pisces here. Dumb move. What the? Funny seeing an ex-Libra member working with a GS. What would your old teammates think? Like I give a damn. Oh? Not even Frankie, David, Cooper, Willow, Noel, Amy, Porter? Not even Ronnie? Don't you talk about Ronnie, you freak. Why'd you become a mercenary, Kieran? Or should I call you the shark? None of your goddamn business. On the contrary, Kieran Butter, it is my business. I worked on the Aurora case. I know who you are. That's right, I know your dirty little secret. Does anybody know what you've done? What they made you do? You were sent to kill a ship full of citizens, family, kids, and not just any civs too. The Aurora was transporting Raider civilians. You killed the very people you thought you were fighting for. Was it worth it? They were fugitives, cowards running away from the Morai. The proof of the barbaric civilizations you people wanted us to see. They were refugees. They were running away from Libra, from you. You wanted to believe that the order you served was more than mere terrorists? And you killed each and every one of them because you were too scared to admit that you had been on the wrong side your entire life. Was it worth it, Kieran Batur? No. But I see that fearful eyes of the children that haunt your sleep every night. Just like Ronnie, Kieran, they were afraid. Trembling. Crying. Get out of my VX, you Morai dog! You killed all those people for nothing. You didn't carry out a message. You didn't wake people up. You just scared them, terrified them, hurt them, killed them. Your own people, Kieran. They were your people. Do you remember the words of the child you killed in Aurora? That last one that looked a lot like Ronnie? Please, please let me live. He begged you. I didn't have a choice. You had a choice. You chose to kill him. You don't deserve to live, Kieran Batur. What should I do with you? Oh. I don't know. Pick for me. I can't choose. Lana? What, not so tough now? He tried to kill you. He sure did. Get the hell out of here before I change my mind, Merc. I'll kill you the next time I see you. This isn't over. Yeah, it is. So, that was crazy, huh? Go team! Shut up, Lana. Right, still pissed, okay. Carol, I need your help. Chapter 4, or Chapter 3. Chapter 3? Chapter 3? I've done my best, but I'm not a medical model. We need to take her to a proper hospital soon. Her vitals are unstable. Anything else you can do, Kit? I'm afraid not without new software modifications, Egon. I wish I could be more help. She must have made you very angry. She was trying to help me. And that made you very angry? No, she never thought she could win a fight. She tested me to see if I really had what it takes to do what I have to do. And you? Right. Keep her alive, Carol, until we get her to a hospital. Please just keep her alive. Hey, my sisters are doctors, and we are close to Peon 5, so... Liz, can you get us there fast if you want to help her? Get it done. Look, I never wanted things to turn out this way. I'm sorry. Just go. Egon. Leave Lana. No! Chapter 5, or Chapter 3. My brain ain't thinking correctly. Got the engine ready for a second leap. What's the plan? We're going home. Get us to the clinic, Wiz. Setting a course now. We'll be there in 30. How's Blondie? Doesn't look good. Who is she? I mean, I know she's a Morai military, but she looks tight with your Egon. Excluding the fight to the death part. He is not my Egon. I know, figure of speech. What's with the aggressive denial, though? Don't tell me you have the hots for the mouth pick. Of course not. You don't have to deny it, Lana. I'm totally not that against it. I'm telling you, there's nothing there. Besides, he already has someone, obviously. Who, Blondie? Yeah, didn't you see the look on his face? I don't know, Lana. Possible girlfriends never stopped you before. Need I remind you of Lex? Well, the last time it only happened once and I thought she was his cousin. I'd never go for it if I knew he was involved. What's a cheater? Always a cheater. He never cheated on you. He would have if I didn't break up with him first. Leave first. Ask questions later, huh? That's a lot of price for you. How long until we get there? 30 minutes to get there, another 10 or so to get from the station to the clinic. Can't this junk go any faster? Junk? Egon, it's a skipper, not a magical portal. You don't get to talk back. Just sit down and do what you are told for once. You know what? That's it. I'm done. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you two alone. Just a reminder though, we are in a ship right now, and there is literally nowhere else to go, so don't break it. Now they're having their big first fight. Big first fight. First relationship fight. I've had enough of you. I never wanted to get into this mess that you put me into. Did you ever stop to think that maybe I'm an outsider? That maybe you're not a privileged rich kid rebellion party? Not everybody in your super secret important mission group, Egon. Not everyone has to be part of your ideals. I wasn't asking you for your contribution. I hired you. I wanted you to do your fucking job and not try to stab me in the back during the process. My friend's life was on the line, and now it's someone else's life that is on the line. Well, I'm not the one who beat her to death, am I? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I was just... You were just what? Egon, what the bluff? Lana Brass. Born Peon 5, Shinolius. Father is a teacher, mother is a nurse. 2 doctor sisters. They are decent people. You are the black sheep of your perfect little family, aren't you? Oh! Every single one of them is very well educated. Here you are, a high school dropout. Don't scare me, Egon. This is the bluffing intelligence thing won't work on me. Oh, don't mind if I continue then. Hanging out with the small-time street gangs, minor offenses, craving attention, obviously. Fight me. I might. Oh, here we go. Finally something interesting about you. Oh, this is golden. Does your sister know that you sold everything that killed her friends? Impact smuggler Lana Bryce. I had to. I needed the money. Did you really? It was for Wiz. Her debts to buy this ship? No. That's what you tell yourself. You sold the Impact for you. Not for the money, not for the ship. And certainly not for your friend. Because you wanted to feel the corruption in your bones. You wanted to feel like a real raider. You wanted to fit in. Lying, cheating, backstabbing, pseudo, lone wolf, and nobody. Little nobody, Lana Bryce. That's enough, Egon. Let me go. What? I'm just reading the stored data. I haven't even looked into your deleted hidden secrets. What makes little Lana Bryce special? Bluff you. I think we missed our moment. You are a brat. You've had it so good that you feel guilty you don't have enough scars. How about it, Lana? Do you want scars? Do you want me to give you scars? Let me go. No. I want to see who our Lana Bryce really is. Every little secret, every little memory. You won the first prize, Raider Girl. I'll tell you who you really are. I might even tell you something about your future if you behave that is. What are you doing? I'm getting into your VX. Well, your brain, technically. We call it infiltrating in the intelligence, directly connecting your brain through your VX, accessing, hitting memories, secrets, and all that fun stuff. It may end up leaving you scarred with deleted memories, a glitchy mind. Your VX may shut down permanently. I hope it doesn't, though. It'll be fun to stay in your mind a little longer. This will hurt a little. Maybe more than a little. I won't be gentle. Why are you doing this? Because I want to hurt you, Bryce. Stop asking stupid questions. Egon, Please. Crying suit you. You should do that more often. What was that? You? Did you know it? Know what? What just happened? You are a howler. Oh! This is chapter 3 now? Chapter 3. Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm not jumping into chapter 3. I just now finished chapter 1 and 2. So no, I will not be jumping into chapter 3. At least it was shorter than the last one. Oh goodness. But again, that is it for Cardinal Cross. I am really liking where the story is going. It's very interesting. Again, if you have not read, well not read, but played the game Ascension over on Imp Queen's other website, renmarogames.com, I would recommend that you do it. It's very similar to kind of the plot line of Cardinal Cross. It's a little different. It takes place in kind of like a medieval fantasy kind of world rather than space. But it is pretty darn good to read and watch at the same time. And just like this one, you have multiple different relationship statuses that you can create. But I don't know, it's pretty interesting. I can't wait to see where the rest of the story is gonna go with chapter 3. It's gonna be great. Oh goodness. But until the next video, you know, another one of these videos or whatever the heck I decide to upload, I'll see you guys then. So, bye guys!